going on? What's going on? I know y'all see it. I know y'all see. Oh. I don't know what happened. What's up? I know y'all see it, man. It's another edition of the ATL Three Style Podcast. It's your boy Leo G checking in, man. And before I can get this thing off and running, I gotta pass it over to my co-host, man. I gotta give it over to my man first. Down there holding it down on the south side, my man Banks, man. What's going on, brother?
How you feeling, Leo? How you feeling, Derek Cole? What's going on with y'all?
Not as good as Leo.
Not as good as Leo.
Hey, I'm just sitting here, man, feeling good, brothers. Hey, we close to the end of the year, brothers. So I mean, here we are. I mean, this is a real accomplishment for us, man. I feel like, man, as you sit back and think about it, we've been doing this for so long now, and it's like, wow, man, we're about to turn another page. Very, very grateful to be here. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing, man?
Man, doing well, man. Yes, putting out content, man, doing our thing, man, trying to just push this thing. And yes, Banks, man, we have been at it for a while, man, trying to do this thing organically, man. What's going on, Derrico, man? So Derrico ain't to the east of us today. I'm gonna let him tell everybody where he at, man. Where you at, Derrico? Tell everybody where you at.
Actually, I'm to the west of y'all, technically. So I'm on the west side of Mississippi, in that little boot town, in that little city, dirty, nasty, funky New Orleans.
Derrico down in New Orleans. We'll let him get into why he's down in New Orleans in just a second, but y'all know we gotta do some business here before we crank this thing all the way up, man. So listen, getting into it first, man. Just gotta shout out our partners. First partner we want to shout out is my man over there, BEZ, my man Bocce. Shout out my man Bocce. If y'all know that name, it's anonymous around Atlanta, man. But Bocce's doing big things, man. They do big things. Shout out to them Bocce boys. BEZ, man, moisturizer and conditioning beard spray, man. Definitely got to give a shout out to them. And Banks, while we out giving shout out to our partners, man, you know who we got to give a shout out to, Banks.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to my man Phil, man, with Eastlands Woodworking Company, man. If you need an ashtray or a drink coaster or a plaque or your favorite team to hang on your wall, hit up my boy Phil. He will hook you up. Hit that QR code as you can see here, and he will get you straight.
He sure will. Hey, look. We'll definitely hit our sponsors up so y'all can get at them at the end of the show. Derrico, man, we got something special going on this Sunday, man, because it's a Falcons home game this Sunday as we take on the Giants. So, Derrico, let everybody know what's going down this Sunday, man, with the Falconers.
Hey, listen, we got some special things going on at our tailgate. In the first time in the history of the Falconer players since we've been alive on 2000 since 2007, we done got us a sponsor that's gonna sponsor the tailgate. Shout out to Weinstein Firm for sponsoring the entire tailgate. That means anybody that come down to the tailgate on this Sunday, it is free 99. Let me say that one more time. It is free 99. You know the food is good and you know the drinks will be pouring and flowing. So come on down. It'll be a little chill, but don't worry, we got the heat going on. If you're going to be outside, wear your big coat. But once again, shout out to the Weinstein Firm. It is free 99.
Hey, you know them folk like free. They like the free for real. That's what's up, man. We'll try to come up there and holler at you at the best tailgate in the city. It's going down Falconers players. Shout out to the free 99 this Sunday. Customer appreciation. They're going to do it real big up there. Banks, while I got you, man, listen. Are you excited about what's going down this weekend? But before, listen, we hadn't done this in a while. Since we're doing it like this, my apologies. Let's do a fit check and a drink check, fellas. And I'll let Derrico explain why he's down in that nasty boot first, Bank. So we'll come back to you.
Well, as you can see, I'm not wearing any NFL gear. So that means I'm down here supporting my daughter's school, Georgia Southern. They played in the New Orleans Bowl last night. Not going to talk about the game because we had a little hiccup with our quarterback situation. He like mimicking Kirk Cousins against the San Diego Chargers, throwing Not one, not two, not three, but 4 picks last night, and we lost the game. You can't win by turning the ball over 4 times, even though the defense did their thing. But that's why I'm down here in the boot.
Nah, you can't win turning that ball over. That's for damn sure, man. I see you sipping on a little something down there. You want to tell the people what you're sipping on?
Oh, I'm just sipping on a little Eagle Rare tonight. Well, this late afternoon, evening, whatever we call it. Y'all are our hour ahead of me, so I'm just catching up to y'all.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. We're gonna drop this Saturday morning as we usually do. So, man, shout out Friday night sipping, man. You know how we do it on a Friday night, man. It's been a minute since we actually did a show, recorded a show on Friday night, man. That can actually, you know what I'm saying, get to it and do our thing. Like Derek Cole alluded to earlier, man. Leo G is feeling himself a little bit, man, because it's Friday. It's going into the holiday week, man. I'm having a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this. We're gonna talk some real talk. What? Okay.
Santa really dropped some stuff off in his lap today because he is on one, two,
Okay. If you
maybe three.
feel that way, man, Banks over to you, man. Man, I see you got the crispy on, man. Let everybody know what you got on, man. Let everybody know what you're drinking on, brother.
Absolutely. Y'all know what it is. Leo and Derek Cole, you know what I do on week one on every brand new NFL season. I wear the crispy white. That's what I got on today. I got on all white. So that's how I was feeling. I was feeling clean, so fresh, so clean. But I had to get it dirty a little bit because now I'm drinking on the Crown Black, as you can see here. So I had to get it a little dirty. So a little white with a little black. So that's what I'm doing today.
The white and black. That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing
Hey,
wrong with
man, you know, boy, I'm over here mad because you over there so fresh and so clean. I might want to go switch out right quick.
that. Hey, that's what's up. Look, it's been a long time, man. I had to shout out them Hawks, man. We'll get into it in just a minute, man. So I threw on some Hawks gear, man. You know what I'm saying? A little light work because it's been a long time since we shouted out them boys. We forgot they were still in the city. Of course, y'all didn't because y'all was front and center. We'll talk about that here in just a minute, man. So I had to throw on some gear, man. Let everybody know what's up. Also, man, I am light work sipping, but I did want to feature something, man. Derek, we talked about this. I finally got it. I finally got my hands on it, man. That Angels Envy Triple Oak. I've been looking for this for a minute, man. I heard it's pretty good, man. We might open this thing up and see what it's talking about, man. We got something coming up here in a minute, Derek. We might wait till the end, or we might just, I don't know, we might just crack it tonight. I have no idea. I'm sipping on some light work Rebel. Listen, man, Derek, they've been making me work. You know what time it is, man. It's coming up to that time of the year, so we've been trying to get right so we can get up there and do our thing, man. So I'm sipping on some light work Rebel tonight because I had to get my points right. So if you know on that Rebel. So I'm sipping,
Sir.
trying to get right, man. We trying to get our thing right for February. Banks, you already know, man. If you don't know, you gonna know in February what time it is, man, as we do that. So listen, man, let's go ahead and jump off into the show. First thing we need to talk about is Vegas, fellas, Vegas. Last time we had a show, it was all in on Vegas. Both of you all were going out there, man, and trying to win a bunch of money to pump into the ATL 3-Style podcast. Banks was like, I'm hitting the crap table. He hitting blackjack, roulette, man. He was coming back. He was just going to do everything, man. So before we actually get off into all the events that took place out there in Vegas, Banks, I need to know, man, how much did we come back with, dog? How much did we come back with, brother?
Well, we came back even, so that's what we did. No, I mean, I had a good time, man. Really, really had a blast, man, with the not I'm not gonna just say Falcon family, the Hawks family. Everybody was out there from the A represented. I was very proud, extremely proud. Everywhere you turned, every hotel you went to, everywhere down the strip, it was something to do with Atlanta. And I was so happy to see that. And it was, I remember a guy had hit me up when I was eating breakfast in my hotel. He asked me, is this some kind of special convention? I said, no, it's no convention. It's just a city takeover. And he's like, a city takeover. I said, the A, baby. It's called Atlanta, Georgia. They in this place. So I kind of jumped in with some culture on him, and he kind of backed away. I'm like, yeah, he wasn't ready for that. I don't know where he was from. He was probably from the West Coast. I don't know, but he thought we was, I guess. Look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It was a lot of black people out there, and he didn't know what was going on. So he was like, "What's up? What's it? What is this?" ATL's in the building. That's what that was.
ATL's in the building. So that ain't what I wanted to hear. I'm glad you had fun, but you broke even. We told you when you were leaving to bring back some wins, some money, some
Listen,
fun.
Julio, I tried it. I tried,
Ah,
brother. They were on the take. They were on the take. I can't
okay,
even.
all right,
Look, I
all
can't
right.
even.
So now we're gonna kick it over here to Derek. We're gonna kick it over here to Derrico, man. Maybe Derrico plays some Keno or a penny slide or something. Did you win some money, Derrico? What's up?
Derrico didn't drop not one penny in the slots. I can tell you where I dropped them at though. At the BARs.
Hey man, hey wait, time out, Banks. Did you not help this man to how this thing work, man? Look, we'll have an off-air conversation about that, man. But damn, you done dropped them at the bars like that, bro.
Listen. Look, I had the wheels, so it was easy access. So he rode with me, and we hit them BARs. You heard him right.
Yes. All right. That's what's up, man. So, we got to send some more representatives out there next time, man. Because y'all failed. Y'all failed on bringing the green back.
I don't think we failed. Derrico, did we fail? Derrico, did we fail? I thought we did a good job.
Absolutely did an awesome job. Compared to some of the other folks that went down there talking about, "Ooh, I lost. Ooh, I lost. Ooh, I lost. Ooh, it got me." Well, sir,
that's what's up, man.
And a similar story to Banks, that was a reoccurring theme the weekend. Folks just didn't understand why it was so many of us down there dressed in the same garb. They thought we were gangbangers or something.
Lady, this is a true story. Yeah. Hold on, Derek. It's a true story. Your wife was sitting next to me, and the lady said, "You all were dressed in red and black. What's going on?" And she had to explain to her what was going on with the Falcons and the Hawks and everything. It didn't click with her. Like, she'd never seen a big match. When I tell you, it was so many of us there. Like, it was like a convention. Like, it was black folks everywhere. And shout out to my Caucasian family. You was representing too, but it was mainly us out there.
Thanks.
That's what's up. So listen, let's get into the meat of it. Let's go. Let's talk a little bit about the Hawks. Hawks showed up. They was out there, man. Semifinal match for the NBA Cup that they made up. I know you guys were able to be in attendance. It just so happened to fall that way. Derrico, I'm gonna bring it over to you here first, man. Like I said, the Hawks was kind of rolling, willing, and dealing. They were able to get slide themselves right on up in that thing, man. But obviously, the Bucks had a different agenda. And they went ahead and
the NBA had a different agenda. We're gonna say it. I'm gonna put it out there right now. The NBA and the officiating crew had a different agenda. I ain't never seen a brother get 12 steps arrive to the basket and then they get blown on and they call a foul every time you get down there. Yeah, I said it, Giannis. You's a sucker for allowing them to let you do that to us, bruh. And they ain't called nothing. I mean nothing. That dude just out there. I thought he was out there in some skates at one point. Some skates. And I thought he had on a red jersey too. You know how the football player, quarterback have on a red jersey at practice? I'm like, well, damn. Just say don't even guard him. That what you just should have said. And then you let him take 15 seconds at the free throw line again. So yeah. But shout out to the Hawks though. They showed up, did their thing. You know, it's hard to, when it's 6 on 5, you know what that means. Well, maybe 6 on 5 on 8. Yeah, 5 on 8. Yeah, let me get my math right. 5 on 8.
Hey man, listen. It is what it is, man. Hawks took an L, man. Semifinals out there for the NBA Cup, man. They moved pretty far, man, against probably the best team in the East with the Milwaukee Bucks. Like you said, I mean, there was a lot of love. I said one of the, if not the best.
Oh, I thought you said the best. My bad. I was about to say.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me get my thought out. Let me get everything out first. Let me get everything out. If one of okay, how about this? One of the top tier teams in the Eastern Conference over there, man. But like you said, they got a lot of love, got a lot of whatever, man. They do have a superstar over there in Giannis. And they've already, what I'm saying, kind of established themselves over here in the East. But it is what it is, man. But the Hawks went out there and gave them a real good fight. Banks, your take on? I don't know if you feel the same way Derek O felt, man, that we just didn't get a chance because of the officiating or whatever the case may be, man, and they didn't want to see us be great. But nonetheless, we were out there, man. You got an opportunity to go over to check them out on that Saturday, man.
Absolutely, man. My same sentiments from Derek Cole, man. Yeah, they did their best to keep Milwaukee. I guess that was part of the script for this NBA Cup. But I will say this: shout out to Atlanta fans again who being in the building, supporting these Hawks, doing the countdown when Giannis was at the line was epic. The fact that we were in another city supporting these birds, these other birds, and the Hawks, I don't know if they were expecting us to be there, but when they realized we were there, they were very appreciative, and it was I had a great time, y'all. I had a blast. I talked to a couple of Milwaukee Buck fans. They were really impressed of how big our fan base is. I'm like, you have no idea how we love our teams here in the A, man. Y'all keep this same narrative of that we don't support them. It's a false narrative. We love our teams, and we showed out, man. When like I said, I was in the building. I looked to my left, I looked to my right, and I saw nothing but Hawks jerseys, and I was very proud.
Absolutely, man. Like I said, it's just the way that the stars align, man. Just to have this weekend and knowing that this has been going on for a while, that the Falcons were going to be out there. So this was just another, another piece that, hey, everybody from the A was able to go out there and support the Hawks. So it just aligned up in the right way, man. So shout out to everybody that went out, supported, and did their thing. So listen, before we talk about what happened on Monday night, I definitely got to say this here, man, because I was from afar looking at this, man, and I'm going to just give you guys some optics as to how this went down. And we'll talk about the game and how everything went down out there at the Death Star, whatever you want to call it. I know Banks had a ball. I know Derrico had a ball, but we'll get into it. So optics, man, perspective. I want you guys to kind of run this. Give me some perspective because, like I said, I didn't have boots on ground. I was here, but here's one of the things that I felt was very, very funny. And I don't know how this is going to work moving forward, but takeover, yes, very, very big. We saw it at the Hawks game, and we did see it on Monday night with the fans. So now, here's my thing, man. We all know that we travel well, and we have a large fan base. And it was talked about on both the NBA broadcast and the NFL broadcast. So I'm gonna pull this over to you here first, Banks. We had a great showing in Vegas. Now, we have a home game this Sunday. The Atlanta Falcons do. I think it's safe to say that Atlanta showed up and showed out in Vegas. But why is it we don't get the same response when we're right here in this city? Now, granted, it was Vegas and everybody wanted to go out there and have a good time. I get that. I totally understand. But I don't know, man. Do we need to move the team to Vegas? Tell me what it is that I'm missing between the fact that we went out there, took over Vegas, had a good time, but are we going to get the same response here Sunday when we play the Giants? And then we have something big that's happening as well. But I just want to get your take on, are we going to have the same response that we did in Vegas this Sunday when we take on the Giants here at home in Mercedes-Benz?
I'm gonna say this, Leo. We're gonna have the same response because the excitement level has ramped up. But I'm gonna let you respond on that later, after this segment. But I will say this: you answered your own question. It's Vegas. I think a lot of people had circled this trip back in when the schedule dropped. And as soon as the schedule dropped, I think I told you two that I'm buying my tickets early. I'm getting them now. Absolutely now. I already knew. Do not give me a reason. Me, I'm talking about just me as an individual. Don't give me a reason to go to Vegas. and the Falcons going out there, and then oh yeah, by the way, the Hawks going to be there too. I'm there, and I'm pretty sure everyone had that same mindset. I'm going by hook or by crook. I'm going to represent my city. Why they don't come here, I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know. It's they don't have the funds to do. I don't know. I don't think it's an excuse. I don't think it's an excuse. I feel like now going forward for what's about to happen now this Sunday, I think it's going to be butts in the seats. But that's a whole nother topic, Leo. You already know where I'm about to go with that. So we're gonna see going forward what this fan base does. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, what we seen in Vegas, Derico, we can very attest to you that it was nothing but a big, giant Falcons Hawks camaraderie. It was I've never seen anything like that in my life. I'm just being
Hey,
that's that serious. I've
it,
never
and
seen anything like that.
and it's always the case, man. Listen, we've all been to away games, and this was a special trip. The first time that the Falcons have made their way out to Vegas, man. But we are horribly represented, especially in the national media when it comes to our fans. Let's just be real, fellas. We've been to other cities and we have represented and we've taken over. That this is nothing new. We have been to other cities and Falcons fans have taken over. This is nothing new. So hopefully, man, people, especially the national people that were watching on Monday night, see that, hey, man, Falcons fans, we travel well and we do our thing, man. But my thing is here, like you said, Banks, it shouldn't be any excuse. We should have that same energy right at home, especially with everybody that traveled out there, man. I ain't pocket watching nobody, man. But if you a serious Falcon fan and you did travel from Atlanta to Vegas, you need to have that same energy when it comes to defending the house at MBS. I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
have fun.
but I think
But I'm
at
saying,
the same time, it was an incentive to go. People go to Vegas. He had a lot of people that was in Vegas for the first time, Leo. I
and
mean,
I
I
get
talked
that,
to a lot of people. They
I
said,
mean,
and that's
"I'm here.
wonderful.
I'm here to turn up." I hear people say, "I'm here to turn up." But yes, I'm here to support the Falcons and Hawks. But I'm here to turn up.
you got
They're not going to
yeah.
turn up at home. Okay, they're not going to do this here in Atlanta. They're not
I'm
going to
not.
see if the
I'm
Falcons are
not.
struggling. They're gonna sit at home. But if you're in Vegas, you know what? If all this fails, at least I'm gonna have a good time. That's their mindset.
I'm gonna kick
Let
it
me
over.
say
I'm
this.
gonna let me
Yeah,
let
let me
Derek
say
Coe
this.
get in here.
Let me say this because I'm not sure what prompted this poking of the bear. I mean, you can't in one breath say if you can support them in Vegas, then you can support them in Atlanta. Without saying if you support them in Atlanta, you can support them in Vegas. I mean, it's the same. It's a two-way street there. So I just want to be clear on my position right there. Most of the people that probably was there, and I'll probably say because there's a lot of people, you can't say that everybody that was there was season ticket holders. That's number one. Because most of the stadium is season ticket holders. You probably got maybe 15, 10,000 seats that's not season ticket holders. So that don't leave a lot of people. So most of those people that like Banks was saying, most of those people that were there, let me correct myself. Most of our fans that were there are probably not season ticket holders and like Banks said, went there to enjoy Vegas and also support our team. As you saw on TV, Leo, the support was there, the noise was there. Trust me, the Raiders fans felt us. They know that we were there. I mean, the conversations that we were having, sitting down in the seats, absolutely positively confirmed that they knew that we were there.
Listen, we outnumbered them. Okay, I didn't think we could outnumber them. I think the it was a data that showed that it was 48% Falcon fans. I think it was more. Because I mean, I think what you heard on the TV when you didn't really hear the Falcon fans is that we had really nothing to cheer about. I mean, but that's a whole other discussion about what the guy that was under center, what he was doing. But at the same token, though,
Yes.
Leo, I mean, I think people who didn't go out there, when I tell you when you walk those concourses in that stadium, and it was nothing but rise up, rise up. I didn't hear any Raider fans have no rebuttal. They had no anything to say because basically they saying is this is your house now because we took over it. It was nothing but red and black throughout that whole
Hey,
stadium. That
hey, listen.
TV did not do it any justice.
And I get that. I totally get that, man. And like I said, I couldn't be more proud. And I think I've said that. You know, we did well representing in Vegas. We did. The conversation and what I was saying, you know, no knock on anybody that did anything. Like I said, going to Vegas, Banks, like you said, a lot of people first time in Vegas want to turn up, want to do their thing, want to go out to that trip. I get it. Derek Cole, like you said, man, well represented, doing our thing. And that's what it's all about, you know, for the fans and having a good time. My whole thing was, and like I just said, the energy, and like you said, Derek Cole, especially from our season ticket holders, because a lot of season ticket holders did go out there. We all are season ticket holders, so a lot of season ticket holders did go out to Vegas. My thing is like this here, from a perspective and optics, from me being here in Atlanta watching this on TV, it was, I'm gonna be real. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. The energy in Vegas was totally different from sometimes the energy I get at home. And that's just me. Like I said, I wasn't there, but I haven't felt the energy that I heard through the TV. Like I said, I wasn't there, but and it could be attributed, like you said, Banks, to just maybe the way we have been playing. And we'll get into what's about to happen this Sunday. But I don't think I heard or felt an energy even watching this game on TV that I felt at our own home. And maybe like you said, Banks, it was just the excitement of being in Vegas and having a good time and representing the A out there. But my thing is, man, the fan base, you have to defend home and rep home and you got to do it big at the house. You know what I'm saying? I know you want to have a large contingent and take out. Go ahead.
I'm trying to understand like where this year have you not seen where our fans have been absolutely positively engaged in a football game? We've lost at least 3 or 4 games at home, but the fan energy has still been primo to me. That's just my opinion. I haven't seen where our fans sat on our laurels and didn't just get excited during a home game. Like Banks was alluding to, even during the Raiders game, there should have been more opportunities for the fans that were there to cheer, but it wasn't because we didn't score one touchdown. The rest of them were either field goal, missed field goals, other opportunities, interceptions, that kind of other stuff.
Put it this way.
Yeah.
Put it this way. When that game ended, a lot of people left out of that stadium very quiet.
Right.
We should have been acting up completely ignorant in that stadium because we were better than them, roster wise. I mean, at top to bottom. Okay, they was trying to tank. Okay, you let Ritter come in there and he looked decent. He looked pretty decent, but you had the talent to stifle him, and we had no reason in the world to not be able to be acting completely ignorant leaving that stadium. Leo, we walked out of that stadium very even keel. No one said a word. It was like we escaped a win, and that was just pretty much what it was. And that's the same thing that happens here at home. You know, it's like we get the same play, and it's like no one's happy about it. It's like, okay, we won by 3. Okay, whoopie-doo, we won. But it's like we should be acting a little bit more ignorant to that because we're a better team than that.
Well, yeah,
our offense is holding us back.
I totally agree. We'll get into that, and we'll get into that, Banks. Like I said, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Humble pie needed to be eaten because, like you said, it was not that type of scene leaving the stadium after we basically, you know what I'm saying, escaped with a win. And like I said, I was not trying to downplay by no means, you know, everything that was going on. And Derek, I'm not trying to downplay the crowd here at Mercedes-Benz. All I'm saying is, man, I need to feel a little, and we'll get into it here. We'll move forward. I know we want to talk a little bit more about the game in Vegas, and we can circle back around to that. I just, you know, for me, like I said, the optics, seeing what I saw, kickoff, you know, everybody, energy, electric. You know, sometimes we come here in Mercedes-Benz and we, you know, it's like, are we here? Are we ready? You know what I'm saying? 12:30, you know, where's everybody at? Are we going to get into it? You know, sometimes it's not the case.
It ain't just Atlanta. It ain't just Atlanta. When 30 minutes before kickoff in Las Vegas, it was half empty. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? No one was in their seat. Well, I mean, I think it's all about, the narrative about it's just Atlanta fans. Let me tell you something. If your team is winning, your ass is gonna be in the seats. If your team is winning, that's the key word, and that goes across every team in this league. If your team is doing what they're supposed to do and setting the world on fire, ass is gonna be in the seats.
and then again, though, Banks, so let me ask you this though here, because you was out there in Vegas. I want to ask you this: the attachment to the Raiders in Vegas. I mean, let's be real. I mean, how
You're
big of an
right. You're
attachment
right.
is
You're absolutely right. I know where you're
the
going.
Vegas
It's,
to
it's
the
not.
Raiders
It's not
to
an
the Raiders?
attachment. That's not an attachment. Let me tell you something. If this was the Raiders of Oakland, it'd have been different. The Raiders of LA, it'd have been different. The Raiders in Vegas. I mean, I think the locals that actually live in Vegas can take it or leave. To be honest with you, I don't really think there are sports fans there. I think they're happy that they're there, but it's just something to do for them. There's no passion there. I felt it because I mean I'm looking at the whole entire the city. When you look at locals that's in a city, okay, they are more into basically. I want to say college, but I'm not really hooked on UNLV or what they do out there. But when it comes to like professional teams, they love their aces, the WNBA team. They love their Knights.
The
They got
Knights just won
Knights
the
gear
championship.
everywhere. They got Knights everywhere. They love their Knights. Raiders, I mean, they could do without it. They got the A's coming there soon. I don't think they really care about that there either. To be honest with you, that's just my opinion. But I mean, I feel like if this was the Oakland or LA Raiders, I think the fans would have been a little bit different. I don't think it would have been a takeover in Oakland. I don't think it would have been a takeover. I'm being real. I mean,
Oh
I
no, you're
think
right.
they are
You're
very more
absolutely right.
passionate in Oakland than Vegas.
You're absolutely right. So listen, hey, we're gonna kind of move forward here, and we'll circle back around here, Derek. I know you probably had more to say about that, but yes. So let's go into what you just said, Banks. Let's go into a lot of the just energy being sucked out of the room because who was behind quarterback. So let's just get into it. Let's do this because shout out to my man Ken too, Derek. Shout out to our boy Ken, man. I saw him today, man. Big fan of the show, man. So I definitely got a shout out to your boy Ken, man. He definitely asked about you, man. And he's definitely ready to get our take on what we're about to talk about now.
What up, fish fry?
That's what's up. So listen, here it is, man. Without further ado, so we come away with a win in Vegas, obviously, but it was not it was a win. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like you said, Banks and Derrico, nothing to cheer about. We walked out pretty humble, pretty quiet. We know we got away with one. So now let's fast forward. We go through this week, understanding the fact that Kirk Cousins was our quarterback, and he did not look good at all. He did not look good at all. The Kirk Cousins, the memes we talked about, him coming in, walking your trap, take over your trap, embraced Atlanta, all this stuff. We have done a complete 360 from where we were with him and the love affair we had with him in this city to where we are now. So much to the fact that his play has been so horrible over the last 4 or 5 games that Raheem Morris has now said that Michael Penix Jr., yes, Michael Penix Jr., the number 8 pick in the 2004 draft, it will now be the starting quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. And moving forward, 3 games left in the regular season. Obviously, we're still in the playoff hunt with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to try to win the NFC South. Obviously, that's the only way you're going to make it into the playoffs. A lot of different factors going on to Banks. I'll get to you here in just a minute. I get to you in just a minute here, Banks. Michael Penix Jr. is now the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. Moving forward, we play the New York Giants this Sunday. Every game now here is a must win for the Atlanta Falcons. So, Banks, with that being said, Michael Penix Jr. is now the starter of the Atlanta Falcons. Kirk Cousins has now been benched. We don't know what the future is with him, but Michael Penix Jr. now steps up to the plate. How do you feel moving forward with Michael Penix Jr. as we now try to compete and fight to see if we can make it into the playoffs and win this division, the NFC South?
Very excited about it. Let me go back and retract what you said about that's the only way we can get in the playoffs. Actually, it isn't. If we beat the Commanders, and Commanders, I believe, have to lose again after that, we win out. We are in because we have a tiebreakers over them. I also want to say, basically, the whole Penix thing, I don't know if you both know, but how I felt about Cousins back in March. When you put that picture up, when you know how he was professional looking in March, and then he had the little swag in October. Okay, where's the little picture for December where he got a trash bag over his head, where he need to be in a trash can? That's that's an incomplete picture. So for me, I feel like, and I'm just gonna put it out there. I feel like he should never been a quarterback here in the beginning. I feel like it should have been Penix all along. Um, I'm I'm happy that he's about to get his opportunity. Absolutely. But for what the organization is doing, I don't have a clue what they're doing. Like you're going all over the world just trying to do what? You say you want to win in season. And you're still not there because you're at 500. You paid this man all this money, and now he's on the bench. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you drafted this man at number 8, and you wanted him to sit down because of what? Because you was afraid that he was gonna get rattled, that he's not gonna perform like he should. Where other teams have played their rookie and they're doing mighty well with them. I don't know, man. I'm like this. I'm happy for this man. I'm glad he's about to play under center. Hopefully he does well this Sunday. But my issue is not with Penix. My issue is with the organization. And I feel like it was too late. Too little, too late. This man should have been under center since day one. That's just me.
It is what it is. I mean, the organization did what they did. They made the decisions that they made, and now here we are. Derek Cole giving over to you, man. Michael Penix Jr. now starting quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons moving forward. Kirk Cousins' future is pretty much, hey, grand opening, grand closing. Hey, 1 year hitter and quitter. It looks like Kirk Cousins probably has seen his last time starting for the Atlanta Falcons, man. Moving forward here, Michael Penix, how do you feel about it?
All right, first I'm going to address the Kirk Cousins thing. They absolutely, positively, more than likely made their assessment on what they thought they would get based on what he did in Minnesota before he got hurt. With that being said, one thing I know about life is Father Time is undefeated. And Father Time really hit that boy like in mid-season. Like, I was like, where was that dude that threw for 500 yards against Tampa? Because after we lost in New Orleans, like, New Orleans snatched that boy's soul. Like, Kirko was gone. It was just Kirk Cousins at that point. It wasn't my cousin. It wasn't y'all cousin. It was just Kirk Cousins at that point. So I don't know what happened after New Orleans, but something just happened because since that game, he has just been god awful, and you can see how much he has aged. And you when you can't move at all, when I saw him do that run one time, I'm like, no, he's done. He's cooked. So Michael Penix Jr., your time is up, my brother. Your time is going to be a lot of pressure on you because people going to be coming at you. That's number one. They're going to be coming at you because, one, they don't think you're going to be able to do it. They thought that we shouldn't have drafted you. They thought we drafted you high. They think you're too old. They think your knees bad. See, all this negative stuff that they're going to say about you, you go out there and prove them wrong. I'm excited about the Penix Jr. era. A game or two too late, in my opinion, but you had to see if Kirk could turn it around. And I just think that's the position based on the money that Raheem was in, that he just had to hope and pray that he turned it around because of the money situation. It didn't happen. I'm glad he finally pulled the trigger because I know it was a tough decision. Because one thing I know about people in position of power, don't like to be wrong.
Absolutely. So listen, fellas, it's real simple. Everything that they banked on, whether the timelines are off or not, it is here. We're here. I heard a very interesting and unique perspective on what's happening with Kirk Cousins. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But I'll share it with you all. I think Rich Gannon is the one that gave this take. Kirk Cousins fought like hell to get back on the football field after tearing his Achilles tendon. He got back. He was able to start week 1. Given the fact that, he's 36 years old and he fought like hell to rehab himself to get back. Here we are almost toward the end of the season. The fight to get back on the field left him with nothing in the tank to finish the drill. And I think that's the truth. I think that right now, Kurt has nothing left in the tank to finish the drill. And nobody could foresee that. Like you said, Derek, I totally agree. The Falcons signed him based on what they saw the first half of the season in Minnesota before he got hurt. And the fact that, we have not had a solid quarterback since number 2, we needed somebody to go with. Banks, to your point, I feel like they didn't want to invest in a rookie and throw him to the wolves when we needed to actually try to produce and make it to the dance now. So there was in the office up in Flowery Branch, it was like, hey, what can we do to win now? And what can we do to solidify moving forward our success? And the rational thing that they came up with, Derrico, was, hey, let's get somebody now and let's get somebody for later. No pun intended, but that's what they decided to do. Now, are the timelines off as to what happened? Absolutely. The timelines are completely off because we paid Kirk Cousins to be here for a couple of years to put us into playoff contention and to compete for a championship. But obviously, hey, like you said, Father Time is undefeated and you got to go. You got to do what you got to do. And it just so happened that Kurt, he ran out of gas. And now, hey, you got an insurance policy, Banks. You have an insurance policy with Michael Penix Jr. I feel very comfortable with the amount of football that this young man has played, that he'll be able to step into the starting role and do well. Now, the expectation of him coming in and lighting it up, I don't have that. But what I do feel is that he'll be able to hold a fort and be able to compete and give us a chance to possibly make it to postseason football. I'm very excited about this Sunday and seeing what he could do against the New York Giants. With that being said, Banks, I'm going to bring it over to you because we're coming up against the mark. Is this 2002 all over again? Is this deja vu? We got a left-handed mic under center that's going to start this Sunday. We talked about the crowd. We talked about how we needed a spark and energy because Kurt definitely, lost all of his. So now we're gonna pump some energy into this organization with Michael Penix Jr., a left-handed mic under center again. Are we back in 2002? How do you see this playing out here going down the stretch of these last 3 games?
I think the intrigue is there. I think people are very intrigued to see what Michael Penix will do. What happened in 2002, that's a whole nother situation. Okay, that's Michael Vick. Okay, there's no way, form or fashion that he is the same as Michael Penix, or Michael Penix is the same as him. Only thing that's the similar is his skin color. That's it. But I'm gonna tell you this: I think a lot of people are more interested in the Falcons from these last 3 weeks than the first 15 weeks. Does that make sense? Like I feel like people are a little bit more engaged from here on out versus the previous games that we just had. For something that you said, Leo, you said something about where, it didn't work out with Kirk Cousins, and God bless him. He tried his best to get back on the field. It just didn't work out. Father Time is undefeated, like Derrico said. He just don't have it anymore. I see that Zach Robinson had basically had his play calling kind of altered because of Kirk Cousins, and now we have a statement that's saying that now the playbook is completely wide open. I don't know how I feel about that.
Hold
the
on.
Playbook is now. Hold on, Derrico.
Somebody said that for real?
Yes, the playbook is wide open now. Now I'm like, what were you doing these previous games with Kirk Cousins? Like, you really, really were trying to, I don't know, hide some things. Like, that Kirk Cousins can't do it. Now I'm like, that somebody has dropped the ball with this. why are you bringing in a quarterback where he's just not effective? Like I don't get it. Like I see what he is. He's a pocket passer. Guess what? Michael Penix is too. But at the same time, you just said now going forward, the playbook is his. It's wide open.
Listen, Derek, I'm
So
about to.
I
Hey,
don't know how to feel about that, Leo. I feel like now it's like you were protecting Kirk Cousins so he won't mess up, and I don't like it.
let me bring this into fruition, and we'll wrap this up. And I'm gonna give it over to Derrico because I'm pretty sure Derrico understands what I'm about to say here. Listen, um, Kirk Cousins was a very serviceable quarterback in the NFL. Okay. And I say serviceable because, hey, his record, it is what it was. His playoff record, it is what it was. But he was a serviceable quarterback. And Raheem, shout out to Raheem and Terry and Arthur and everybody up there at Flowery Branch, kicking the tires and paying a lot of money to see if he can still give it a go. To your point, Banks, as I hand this over to Derrico, Zach Robinson and the staff basically was letting Kirk go out on his shield. That's the only way I can put this, man. That Raiders game told me that they were like, hey, you could kind of see it in the second half that this was over, and let Kirk go out on his shield. Let's let him hand this ball off. Let's let him do what he needs to do to go out on his shield one last time, because we know when we get back to Atlanta, this conversation is going to get heated, and we probably going to put this young man in. And like you said, Banks, yeah, they did handicap Kirk because he couldn't do what he needed to do. So Zach let that man go out on his shield. We were able to come out. Thank God we were able to come out with a win. We were able to move forward and still put ourselves in a place to make a postseason run. But I think Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris put Kirk Cousins in a position out there in Vegas to let him go out on this shield. Derrico, man, exit Kirk Cousins, enter Michael Penix, and now how we open up this offense moving forward in these last three games.
I mean, we all saw and seen Cousins mobility. There was none. So when I hear the playbook, I was shocked that you said that. But after listening to you, I understand why. Kirk can't move to the left. Kirk can't move to the right. Kirk can't even step up in the pocket right. And he damn sure can't step back and move to the left or the right. Like you said, Leo, Penix is a drop back passer, but at least he can move, get out the way, make a man miss or try to make a man miss. Kirk, once you get to him, all he's going to do is ball up like a roly-poly, baby. That's it, because he can't get out the way. So I think that's part of the problem. You can't use Kirk on rollouts. You just can't. So what I'm seeing is going to be happening is you're going to see probably some rollout situations with Michael Penix. Hell, you might even see a little smidget of an RPO in there, just enough to make the defense think about things. So when I hear open up the playbook, that's what I'm hearing now. Initially, it was like, why y'all gotta hold the playbook back? But now I kind of understand because you just have a different player with Penix as opposed to Cousins.
Yeah, like I said, man, definitely. Like I said, man, shout out to Kirk. He did what he could. We paid him a lot of money. We definitely pay him a lot of money. But I mean, it is the business of the NFL. They wanted to kick the tires to see what we could get out of them. Obviously, it just didn't work out in our favor. Now we have an opportunity to move forward. Fellas, seriously, how many teams can say that they had a plan in place if it didn't work out the way they wanted to work? Banks, I totally agree with you that maybe this wasn't the thing to do with kicking the tires on Kirk and maybe just putting the Michael Penix out there, who had a lot of football under his belt and was 24 years old, and let him see what he could do from week one. But we are where we are now. We can't go back and change. Hindsight is always 2020 for everybody, for Raheem, for Terry, for Arthur, for fans, for all of us. But we're moving forward here. We got to support the kid, Michael Penix, moving forward against the New York Giants, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing him on this Sunday. And I'm going to say this, man, before we wrap this thing up. And I know Banks is going to give a chart because I want you to do this too, Banks. And I want you to do this too, Derrico. I want you guys to rally the fans behind Michael Penix on this Sunday. So I'm gonna go first before we wrap this thing up. Listen, fans, I need to see you all. I need to see Banks for. Hey, I need to see this thing look like 2002. Michael Penix is the man. We got 3 games left, man. I need to see cheeks and seats at 12:30. We need to have this thing rocking, ready to roll, and do our thing on Sunday against the New York Giants, man. Michael Penix is going to need a lot of support, man. First game starting. I know both of us heard the press conference. This man is ready to roll, but he got a lot of pressure, a lot of stuff riding on this, man. So we need to be there as fans and support this dude on this Sunday. So all the fans that listen to our show and ride and go to the games, man, come on. Let's get out here and let's do. I know the holiday coming up. I know some of y'all going out of town. I know a lot of y'all still got the hangover from Vegas. But have y'all asses in the game Sunday, man, 12:30 cheeks and seat, man. And let's do this thing for Michael Penix and support him. And let's pull this thing out, man, moving forward. Banks, I'm gonna give it over to you, man. Let the fans know how important it is that they need to be out here this Sunday to support this dude.
Let me say this, and I hate to be this guy, but Leo, Derico, I understand how a lot of excitement is into the, going into Michael Penix era. For me, I am too. Okay, don't get it twisted. And fans, you should be as well. But don't expect anything more than your expectation. Like, I feel like a lot of people feel like this man is gonna come out here and be Michael Vick 2.0, and he's not. He's not, people. He's not going to be scrambling. He's not running up the middle on 80-yard runs. He's not doing this. Okay, he's gonna sit in that pocket. He's gonna throw it. Okay, and that's fine. That is okay. But I think for what Michael Penix has done in college, going into the NFL, he's going to hike that ball. He's going to move side to side. He's going to survey the field. He's going to get that ball out quick. And what Leo just said, yes, get your butts in the seats. Stop being in that concourse, mingling and talking to people. Get in the seat, because the players feel that. They feel that we're here to support them. Listen, we have, believe it or not, a chance to get to the playoffs. We really do. I mean, I don't see how, but we do. We need to push them through. You know what I'm saying? Even if we get a winning record and miss it, I mean, at least we're not 7-10 again. I don't want to be 7-10 again. Okay, I don't want to be 7 on anything. I want to be more than 7. Okay,
Absolutely.
That's what I want. That's where I'm at right now. More than 7. Give me more than 7, then I'll be happy. I can't do 7-10 again. That'd be 4 years in a row. I can't do it no more. So I'm looking at the fans. Get in the stadium, support this team. The defense did a good job in Vegas. They're turning the corner. We haven't even spoke on the defense
and the special teams.
We haven't spoke on them, and they're turning up. Ever since the bye week, they turned up with the sacks, with the quarterback pressure. Proud of them. Let's keep it going. Let's see what happens. I'm all behind Michael Penix, so let's go.
Derico, man, kicking it over to you, man. Let everybody know why it's important and imperative this Sunday that we need to be there and we need to support this guy. Like Banks said, man, we got a shot at getting to the dance, and that's all we cry. We say this every year as fans. We got to get to the dance. Let everybody know how important this is.
Let me tell you how important it is to me. If I got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, to drive from New Orleans back to Atlanta to make sure that I'm supporting my team, if your ass is sitting right there in Atlanta and you're a Falcons fan, then you need to get up and get in your seat, like they said, at 12:30 to make sure that we come support the Falcons and make sure that we support Michael Penix Jr. as well. And I'll say this as a note. In Vegas, I saw more number 9s than number 18s. So the support is already there for Michael Penix Jr. And I think they just been waiting on this opportunity, and now it's here. So we're going to be there, and I think it's going to be one of them ATL turn-ups at the Benz on Sunday.
Let's go. Let's do that, man. Let's turn up Sunday, ATL. Hey, look, I know it's going to be a little cold. I know how some of y'all soft-ass fans are. get out. If it's some tickets left, grab the tickets. Come on out, man. Let's do it. And if y'all want to do it 2002 style, I'm not mad at that either, man. Because I know Banks, a lot of these fans want to turn up like it's 2002. But if that's how y'all want to support, so be it, man. Let's go. Like Derek O said, if he can get up, come up here and get behind this team, man, because we got to move forward to try to make it into the dance. Let's go, man. Shout out to the Falcon Nerds players. We're going to be up there kicking it with them. And hey, Sunday, where you want to be. Fellas, listen, it's been another edition. We got a lot of stuff to talk about here, man. We'll jump into it, man. Shout out Atlanta United. They just hired a new coach today. Got the first ever college football playoffs starting going down tonight as we record this show. Notre Dame taking on Indiana. We'll be watching that here in just a second. The show is going to be obviously aired on Saturday, man. We couldn't be more excited about the first actual college playoffs going down, man. Just a weekend, man, that we're going to do it here in sports like we usually do, man. Listen, Banks, I'm sorry, Derrico.
I got one thing I gotta say. My Valdosta State Blazers, baby, are playing for another natty on Saturday, tomorrow. So shout out to my Valdosta State Blazers. Shout out to Coach Jermaine Jackson. Brother, you came in. Third year, you got us in the chip. They tried to run you up out of there, but you got us in the chip on the third year. So go out there and put your thing on Ferris State, because that's the last person we beat for the natty anyway. So we know they're gonna be coming for us.
Shout out to Valdosta State, man, as they go for another natty, man. All right, man, let's close this thing out, man. Banks, let everybody know where they can find you, man.
Before I do that, Leo, I didn't get a chance to say this, and Derrico, you can kind of like attest to this. I'm not impressed with Allegiant Stadium, whatever you call that stadium, the Death Star. It was pretty on the outside. It was very, very fly and dope on the outside, but on the inside, not by a long shot. The inside is trash. Okay, Mercedes-Benz all day. Okay, that stadium has nothing on Mercedes-Benz, and I'm not just saying it because that's I'm biased or anything. It's the truth, man. It's just not it, man. Everybody was like, "What the hell is this? Like, this is not even." What is this? Like, you can't even go around full circle in that stadium. You have to go around and turn back and go back the other way. Like, I don't understand that. You see ductwork and pipes all over the place. Like, what the hell, bro? Like,
Bruh, I thought it was just me, Banks.
I was like, I'm not impressed.
I thought it
I'm
was
not
just me.
impressed. I
Bruh,
really
y'all just spoiled, man. Y'all are just spoiled.
No, Leo, no, Leo, no,
going up to the first level from where we were. It looked like a college stadium. You can see the you know how they pour the cement for the seats. You can see that in the ductwork right there.
Yes. Like, what is this?
And the stadium is already leaking in the seats.
Man, dude, I was not impressed, Leo. Listen, a Mercedes-Benz all day, brother. Listen, when you walk on the second and third level, you can't see the field. Like, it's like the concourse is very, very narrow. It's narrow. You got to be like still, excuse me, you gotta turn your whole body to the side to get through. You don't have to do that in Mercedes-Benz, but you can just walk freely.
Shout out.
That's one thing I can say about Mercedes-Benz. It is big because the gun space is wide and you can still walk and be comfortable. I can't say that with Allegiant Stadium. It is nice on the outside, I must say. On the inside, it's trash. But all that I can say is you can find me on Baby Banks 80 on Facebook. Shout out to all the people who hit me up for all the videos and pictures I sent from Vegas. Yes, that was for you, and I was appreciative of it. You can find me also on Baby Bank. Well, I'm sorry. Baby Banks 80 on Instagram. Too much drink, y'all. Too much to drink. Y'all chill out. Yeah. And if you see me out there at the game, make sure you holler. I had a dude hit me up, say, I seen you. I'm like, who are you? And he's like, you got a podcast? I'm like, yes, I do. And he's like, I seen you. I'm like, how? Because did you subscribe? Because I don't know who you are. But I thank you, sir. I thank you for watching the show, because I don't know who you are. And but you've seen me, obviously. And you seen Leo and you seen Derico, and I appreciate you, sir. But
Boy,
keep
y'all
spread the
don't know.
word and hit that subscribe button and support the ATL 3 style.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to ATL 3 style, man. And shout out to Banks going. Listen, Derek, before I pass it over to you, man. Shout out to Banks for giving us a whole virtual tour of his weekend in Vegas. Damn it, this man went out of his way to give us all a virtual tour.
Absolutely.
And give us the whole rundown and of what's going on, man. A real true, you know what I'm saying, fan giving us the experience. He was Derek Cole, man. When I tell you, he was like one of, you know how you see the correspondents when they go over to, like, you know, Afghanistan,
right,
and they be having on the bulletproof vest and hat. Man, Banks was like a real, like, deal correspondent and giving us all the lives and all the footage coming from Vegas. So we didn't miss a spot. We didn't miss anything. So all of us here in Atlanta, we didn't miss anything. We could just log in and see Banks, all of his live feeds. It was going down.
That's
And,
what's up.
and let me say something, Derico. I appreciate you, sir. Me and Derico was riding the strip, brother, and we was chilling, and we did the thing. Although we had a bomb ass party that was at Mandalay Bay, I would not mention that, but we end up going downtown, and we had a great time. And Derico, I appreciate you, sir, and your
Hey, I
wife.
appreciate you, my brother.
Glad y'all was able to have a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? Leo G will be there at the next one, maybe, if Derico sponsor me. Derico, let everybody know where they can find you at right now, because I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but let everybody know where they can find you.
Right now, you can find me on Bourbon in about 15 minutes. If you down here in New Orleans, you can find me on Bourbon because we about to go. But otherwise, when you talking about the socials, I told you I'm still on timeout on social. I sneak in and peek in and check on stuff because, you know, I got stuff that's going on. But if you really want to catch me, it's only on Snap. That's Derico. No, DJ K06 at Snap. And I'll peek in on Instagram at Derico Virgo _. My wife said something. I'm sorry. She just blew my whole little thought process right there. DJ, whatever it is on Instagram, I don't know what it is no more. She just got me. That's how often I be on there, man. I'm out.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Listen, you
And meet me at the Foul Corner Tailgate on 170 Northside Drive, right across from Atlanta Tucky Brewery, right behind the bookstore. Y'all know about the bookstore. It ain't a bookstore, it's some other stuff. So get there. Shout out again for Weinstein Fern for sponsoring the tailgate, and we'll see y'all there. It say 461 Nelson. I always tell people 170 Northside Drive so I can shout out my boys over there at Atlanta Tucky Brewery.
Pull up, Sonny. Wear your long draws, but they're gonna have it nice and toasty in there at the tailgate for y'all, man. If y'all come through there, man, slide through there, holler at your boys, man. Always you can holler at your boy Leo G, man. Holler at us over there in Elon Musk land at Southern Set with 2 T's. You can follow us obviously over there at Facebook, and you can obviously holler us over there at the Instagram as well. Also, man, before we close this thing out, man, we can't do it before we shout out our partners. Our boys over there, our boy Phil over there at Eastlands Woodworking, man. Shout him out, man. Hit that QR code up there on the screen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all got y'all Christmas. I did, fellas. I got some Christmas orders in with my boy Phil, man. So I got some stuff he working on, man. I hope in the next couple of weeks here, man, I can feature it on the show. Bought myself a Christmas gift, man, and I got some other stuff going out as well from my boy Phil. Also, man, I definitely got a shout out to my boy Bachi over there at BEZ. Definitely got to do it. Yeah, y'all know how we do it with him, man, with the beard, man. Still doing it. 470-222-9927. 470-222-9927, man. If y'all want to get some product, man, he got some other stuff going on here as well. So we definitely hit y'all up and let y'all know what he got going on with the beard products as well, man. Banks, before we close it out, what you got?
I just want to say, Derico, Leo, and everybody watching, man, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Stay safe to you and yours. And I'm sitting here again, happy and excited for this new holiday that's coming up this coming days. Yes, Derico, you too. And happy holidays to you. And listen,
Boy, I don't know what happened in Vegas, but boy, Banks done turned into a news reporter. Boy, I'm telling you.
what are you talking about?
This boy done got all wishy-washy on us. Look at him. He done got sent together.
Man, listen. Happy holiday. Listen, hey, I'm gonna do it. Happy holidays for the ATL 3 Style Live podcast, man. It is what it is. Catch Jericho down there at Bourbon. Catch us this Sunday. Cheeks and Seats, 12:30. Catch us out there at the tailgate, man. We gonna do it, man.